So, welcome back to the Area 13 video. This is a little different one. It's that time of year. It's March Madness. So I'm like, let's make a March Madness bracket. So, here is the Area 13 official March Madness bracket. First off, pretty easy pick. I got Bama. And then this one's tricky. Let's check the stats. Pretty close. West Virginia averages more points per game. Pretty close in top 25. Conference West Virginia struggled in the conference. So Maryland played the Big Ten, and Big Ten's a good basketball conference. So I got Maryland. And this one right here is tough, but let's check the stats on it. Both teams have not won against a top 25 team. I don't know too much about Charleston, but I'm going to go with San Diego State on that one, but we'll see. Then we got Virginia and Furman. I just think, Furman is like the first time making the tournament, so they got a lot to play for, and I expect them to advance. And then Creighton, let's check the stats on that, but Creighton's in I think they're in the Big East, so yeah, in the Big East, and Big East pretty good, so gonna just go with Creighton. And then Baylor, they got that experienced coach. And then we're gonna just go with the, Missouri and the SEC, so. And then, of course, Arizona's going to win. And I think Bama's just too good, they've been through a lot of adversity this year, so I got them advancing. And then Furman's run comes to an end as San Diego State beats them. And then, this one's tricky, but check out the stats for this one. Both had 5 wins versus top 25 teams. Points per game. Opponents. I'm just going with Baylor because they got, they won the national championship a couple years ago, and he's got experience, so. And then Arizona, won Pac-12 champion, so I got them. And then we're going to go with chalk for this. We're going to go with Bama and Arizona. And then I got Bama in the Final Four. They're just a good team, I think they were SEC regular season champs and conference, and they won the tournament champs. So they're just overall a good team. Now move on to Midwest. Houston, too much for Northern Kentucky. Iowa, I'm just, every year the Big Ten does bad, but I'm just so high on Iowa this year. Had a disappointing loss to Ohio State in the tournament. They got a vengeance, and they're going to go out and win. This one's tricky. Miami's got I think they got a player that's hurt. So it's going to be a good game, but I got Miami just edging Drake. And then Indiana with Trace Jackson Davis is just too much for Kent State. And then it's between Pitt and Mississippi State and Iowa State, but Iowa State's kind of been off and on this year, but I got Iowa State winning. And Xavier, Big East runner-up for the tournament, and just got a good team in Kennesaw State. Don't see them winning. And then Penn State, playing good at the right time. Made the Big Ten championship. Almost beat Purdue, as we'll see later, is a #1 seed. So I got Penn State winning that game. And then Texas, SEC champs. Not SEC, excuse me. Big 12 champs is too much for Colgate. And then Houston, they're just a good team. That'll be a good game though, but I got Houston in that, and Arizona, and then Indiana with Trace Jackson Davis. Just too much for Miami, as I think they do have some injuries. So I got Indiana. And then I'm gonna go with Iowa State, even though Xavier did good, got blown out in the Big East tournament, and I'm just gonna go with the Power 5 school. And Iowa State is playing okay at the time. And then, unfortunately, I had Penn State as my Cinderella team making the Sweet 16, but Texas is too much for Penn State. So I got Texas winning that game. And then this is going to be a good game. Houston, Indiana, 1-1, first in BTI conference. A pretty good conference. I'm going to go with Indiana. I just kind of I don't know. I just like the bigger schools, Power 5 schools. I just feel like they got more experience. Indiana played in a tough Big Ten conference, so I got Indiana beating Houston. And then Texas is going to be too much for Iowa State. Iowa State hadn't played the most consistent. Texas just came off Big 12 champion, like I said. I got them. And this is going to be a good game, but I got Texas winning. Now we got Purdue, which is going to be too much for either of these teams. I don't know who's going to win, but I got Purdue. Memphis and FAU. I got Memphis, American champs playing good at the right time. So I got Memphis. And then, this is a big one. Oral Roberts they're a nice team to look at. They just got a 7-5 guy. I just don't like the matchup, so Duke is playing good at the right time. They are on fire right now, so Duke edges, and I mean edges, Oral Roberts. Tennessee and Louisiana. Tennessee's got their point guard out, so I got Louisiana winning this game. Kentucky, Providence. This is a coin toss. Like Kentucky, they can beat anybody, but they can also lose to anybody. But I think just John Calipari, with the experience, I got Kentucky. Kansas State, don't know too much about. I got them winning. It's going to be a good game, but I just think Tom Izzo is just too experienced of a coach to lose in the first round. So, and then Marquette. I think Marquette's going to win that game by 20 points, so we'll see. And then Purdue is Zach Edey is going to be too much for Memphis. It's tough to go to 7-5 guy, and I don't think Memphis experienced anything like that in their season, so that's going to be a nice surprise for them, and their run comes to an end. And then Duke just playing good at the right time, like I said, so I got them advancing. And Kansas State, Kentucky they're just so inconsistent, and you never know who they're going to win them. So, and then Marquette, blew out Xavier in the Big East Championship, just playing good at the right time, so I got them beating Michigan State. And then we got Marquette, like I said, they're just playing good at the right time, so I got them winning. And, Duke. As you can see, there's my hand reveal. You didn't know that was coming. As you can see, I got Duke, Marquette, just playing good basketball at the right time. So I got both them winning, and then I got Marquette. I don't know. I don't like Duke, so I'm kind of going with my heart on this one. I'm just not a Duke fan, never been a Duke fan, so I hope Marquette wins this game. And we got Kansas, did not win at the Big 12 championship, but they did not have their coach, so they have their coach hopefully back, and they will be not missing a beat, and they will be beating Howard. I got Arkansas, they kind of had a disappointing end of their season in the tournament, and I just think they're going to come back with a vengeance and beat Illinois. And then let's check this one. This one's a coin toss. VCU did not play any top 25 teams. Ooh, yeah. St. Mary's has got more experience, so I got them beating VCU, UConn, just playing good. Iona's got Rick Pitino, but UConn's going to be too much for Rick Pitino. I got UConn winning. TCU, I don't know. Nevada shouldn't have been in. Arizona State really got in. I think Rutgers deserves to be playing TCU in one of these games. Rutgers got robbed, and none of these teams deserve it, but good for them to win, but that's all they're going. They got TCU winning that one. And then Gonzaga. Here's Gonzaga. Mark Few, always good. I got them beating Grand Canyon. Northwestern. I'm so high on these Big Ten teams, but the conference play is just so tough. I got them beating Boise State. Boise State, not a Power 5 team, so you can see my theme. Don't like the Group 5 teams. I got Northwestern winning this. UCLA, too much for UNC Asheville. They're just playing good at the right time. UCLA, too much. Too much for Northwestern. Let's see if the stats show. Oh wow, Northwestern is 4-1 versus top 25. They do allow more, score more points than them, and allow less points. So that's top 25. UCLA wins that matchup. And then Gonzaga, like I said, Gonzaga. UConn beating St. Mary's. St. Mary's experience with, not getting those good teams besides Gonzaga hurts them now. And UConn with a big issue is actually pretty good this year. I got UConn winning. And like I said, Kansas got the experience, won the national championship last year. I got them winning that game. Kansas is going to be too much for UConn, number 1 seed. And that's about all, UCLA, Gonzaga, experience hurts them. UCLA, not the best Pac-12 conference, but I got them moving on. Kansas, just think they're hoping to win it all. They're hoping to win a Big 12 championship. Didn't get to because they didn't have a coach, so they want to win a championship. They are going to be the West champions. Now into the Final Four, we got 1, 2, and 1 and 2, so a little chaos, but after all, it all settles down, and we got 2 1 seeds and 2 2 seeds. It's going to be a good matchup. See what the stats hold, but Alabama, like I said, been through a lot of adversity, and been to beat a lot, and nothing new for them with the pressure, and I got them winning. We got a matchup of the Big 12 championship. But Texas is playing good basketball right now. Score more points, allow less points, more wins in top 25, better BPI ranking, no back-to-back champions as Texas wins this. It's going to be a good matchup, Big 12 champion, SEC champion, but I got Bama winning. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a little different video, like I said. This time of the year I love March Madness. Can't go wrong. You got basketball games on almost from noon to midnight to even later, 4 days in a row. So, no better time. Different video, but hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you.